Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with me by hitting that subscription button right below, and also not to forget to hit the bell notification for new uploads. Okay, so today this is going to be a little bit different. I decided to create some headbands, as you can see there, and put some pearls on it. Now, I have quite a bit of blouses, as you know, the tunic blouses that I have created. So I have several of them of different colors. And I decided to go with headbands. I like them, especially, if you're wearing at night with those crochet blouses for a nice walk, dinner, or something like that. And you can use the headband. It looks pretty nice, I would say. I like it anyway. So, and I created with some pearls, as you can see. Now, I've done the first one here, which I only did a few. So you can create your own desired, how do you say, wideness and design of pearls. So if you don't want too many pearls, I know these cameras never give justice to the colors, right? Let me just see here if I can close a bit of my window, see if I can get a little bit more coloring. I don't know if that's going to help, but anyway, this is a very soft blue, and this is a very pink, almost like pink salmon, I would say. And I put the little rubber, not rubber, elastic behind, as you can see. Now this one I created, I stitched the pearls on. I found it to be too much work, so I had to come up with plan B as I was going and creating the headband to put the pearls on as I'm going. Less work to do and get it done. Now, as you can see, this blue one is a little bit thinner than this one. This one's thicker, so you can go thin as you want or as thick as you'd like. It's up to you. I want to thank every single one of you for your comments and your beautiful support and your love from all the groups. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And I'm very grateful and humble to every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I send much hugs and love to everyone. For the newcomers, thank you for signing in. Thank you for being part of this journey. I am grateful to every single one of you. Sometimes I'm just in the wow, overwhelmed with all the response from every single one of you. I never thought I would get to this much people as we're growing each day, and I'm grateful and thankful to everybody. Thank you. These are 100% cotton thread pearls. I don't think they really have this side. Do they have this? Yes, 8 millimeters. These are the 8 millimeters on there. Sometimes they have size, sometimes they don't. I guess it depends who makes them, right? I also had bought this elastic. Now you have several sizes of elastic. You have thinner and you have this thicker one. I use the thicker one because I have long hair and it's heavy. So I didn't want to use a thin one so it can support my hair in the back since I have very long hair. And it's going to support, it's going to help out. Up top, there's 3 little buttons. Just want to make sure that you all understand the process of these videos. 3 little buttons on the right hand corner. If you click there, you can slow down the video to the speed you would like. Also, right next to it, there's the CC closed caption. Turn that on. Everything I will say will be written down here in letters. You can pause the video and take notes of the stitch. This stitch is Star Stitch, Portuguese Star Stitch, which I have just finished doing a blouse with it. Overwhelming comments and likes and so much hearts on the groups. Thank you so much, everyone. So I like it because it's closed and it gives you a nice, and it suits my blouses. Okay, I'm going to use hook number 3, a pair of scissors, and a little one to tuck in loose ends. Now, this is a thicker needle that I have here. I don't know if you can see it because the lighting just sucks. So what I do is I put the same thread that I'm going to work, this 100% cotton thread, I'm going to do in baby blue because I have a blouse this way also. And what I did was put my pearls through it, because as we're crocheting, we are going to crochet the pearls in it. I really don't want to have that much work of stitching every single one of them. So this is very simple. You're just gonna, some of these pearls are looser here on the holes, and some are a little bit more tighter. So you're just gonna pull right through it, and you're just gonna leave it on there until when we're ready to crochet. Then we just pull one at a time and we crochet them in whatever design we'd like. So very simple. And you take your thread out and start crocheting with your hook. I also want to mention to you guys, I've of course mentioned now in every video that I do create, to please give a helping hand to help out with people that are in need of thread. These people have no means to buy. They also have health issues or mental issues. And if we can do anything to help them, then we will. I cannot do it alone. I need your help to help me to get the thread and ship it out. If you have extra thread, extra yarn, you're not doing anything with it, or when you're going to buy some for yourself, grab another one or two for the person in need. Remember, it could be you in that position, and you could have been desperate also to get busy and do something. So I really want to help out, and I need you to help me so we can all, as a family, help them out. I do have a PayPal account that I created specifically for this. It's on the video description box below. Any amount counts. I don't care if it's cents, if it's dollars. It all ends up at the end. And we want to buy thread and ship it to them. It doesn't matter where they are in the world. There's quite a few people that have asked me for thread, and unfortunately I wasn't able to send out yet because I didn't get enough funds yet to ship out. I want to ship 6 rolls of 100 grams or 8 rolls of 100 grams, and it costs money to buy and to ship, so I can't afford that yet. But I am counting on you guys to help me out as a team, as a family, and have some compassion in your heart. And thank you so much already to begin with, okay? So we are going to get started. Please also share the video on your Facebook public. Give it those thumbs up if you like it. It helps to circulate the video and helps to grow the channel more. Thank you, everyone, for every single comment and love and support from you guys. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. And by the way, people that want to ship them themselves, if you have extra yarn or thread, please feel free to email me, contact me through a messenger or here. But of course, you would have to do it in private to get addresses. So I can give you the address, and you're more than welcome to send it to them. And I'm sure they'll be very grateful, and so will I. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's get started. Okay, so this headband has 45 centimeters all around, okay? What you want to do is, some people have smaller heads, some people have bigger heads. You might even want to create this for a child. Let me lower this coloring here, my goodness. So what you want to do is, you want to measure from behind your ear on one side to and over your head to behind the ear on the other side, and then you'll know how much, or as you're going you can measure and see how much you need. Mine is 45 centimeters, okay? And the little rubber band, not rubber band, sorry, the elastic is just a little bit, just to hold that gap there between them. So I don't have much on here. I have 8 centimeters on it, okay? Because then we're going to stitch it in here, goes in there, and then right over like that, okay? So we're going to get started, people. So this one I'm going to make it thinner. I don't want it as wide. Now for the wideness, it's 8 chain each time you need to create the star stitch, okay? These are stars. So it takes 8 chain for each one, okay? So I'm not going to do it too wide, so it's going to be less chain stitch. I'll just put this here so it doesn't confuse. Oh my God, this lighting is just too much. Trying to get the right lighting on there. So the first thing you want to do is slip stitch knot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this would be already for a star, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Now if you want to continue to go wider, then you do like 16. I'm going to do 3, 4 chain. I'm going to come back 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 5th space, because mine is going to be a little bit thinner, this one. So on my 5th space, I'm doing a double crochet. So now we have 2 double crochets. I'm going to go up, chain 3, and right here where we closed off the 2 double crochets, I'm doing another double crochet. I'm not going to close it. I'm going to skip 1, 2. On the 3rd space, I'm doing a double crochet. On the same space, another double crochet. Sorry, made a mistake already. What is wrong with me? Not starting that good. Okay, so do your 2 double crochets incomplete. On the same space as we have down here, the double crochet, we are going to do 2 more double crochets incomplete. So now we have 4 on our hook. I'm going to skip 1, 2. On the 3rd space, we're going to do 2 more double crochets, and we're going to close it all together. Okay, so now we have 6 on our hook, and we're going to close it in. Okay, so now you've got already half of your star. 1, 2 chain. For me, for some of you that your stitch is too tight, do 3. I'm doing another double crochet here right on the center where we closed off, incomplete. Back into the same space and do 2 more double crochets, incomplete. So we're always going to have 6, and we're going to skip 1, 2 on the 3rd space. We're going to do 2 more double crochets, incomplete. Okay, and now we're going to close it all in together. So now we have the 2nd star. 1, 2 chain. I'm coming back in, double crochet incomplete on the same space. 1, 2, and I'm going to do 2 more on the same space. And close it all in. So now I'll be having 3 stars. I'm going to go up 1, 2. I'm going to turn my work, coming in where we closed and doing another double crochet. This time only at the beginning. We're going to close it off because we need to prepare for the 2nd row. I'm going to go up 1, 2 more chain. Where we closed off, I'm doing double crochet incomplete, coming back into the same space. 1, same space again, 2 incomplete. Right in the center where we closed all of the 6 here, we have that hole, that small little circle here, and do 2 more double crochet. So now we have our 6 on the hook, and close it all together. 1, 2 chain, back into the same space, and do another double crochet incomplete. Come back into the same space where we have the 2 last double crochets, and create 2 more incomplete. We have the space here where we have the hole again, that circle, and create our 2 double crochets. So now we're going to have these 6 in our hook and close it all together. 1, 2 chain, and again 1 incomplete, back into the same space where we did the last 2 double crochets in that circle, and create 2 more incomplete. Now we're at the end. At the end we are going to grab, so this is the double crochet going up. We're going to grab right in between the first and the second double crochet, okay, because we want to have a nice straight line going up. We don't want it to be curving or bent. Make sure that you grab right in the center of both, right in the middle of the 2 rows here of the double crochets, and create 2 double crochets on the same space. So we have our 6, close it all together. So you can have a nice straight line, and then go up 1, 2, for some of you, chain 3. Turn your work. Now we're at the beginning. We need to prepare for row 3. So we're coming in the same space here, and we're going to close the first one off. 1, 2, chain. Coming into where we closed off, we're doing an incomplete double crochet. Okay, coming back in and doing 2 more on the same space, like that. Now here's our circle again. We're going to create 2 more double crochet. So we have 6, we close it all together. 2 chain. In the same space here where we closed all of them, another double crochet incomplete, coming into the same space as we did the last 2 double crochets, and do 2 more incomplete, coming into the next circle here where we have all the 6 closed in, the 6 double crochets. We're going to create 2 more. Now we have the 6 on our hook. I always have to watch this light, the lighting on here. Either it gets too dark or it gets too light. Good God. So we close it all in. Chain 2 again in the where we close it all in. 1 double crochet incomplete. Come back into the circle where we have the last 2 double crochets here, right? And now we have 4 on the hook. We're going to come in between these sideways. This is the sideway double crochet, so we're going to come right in the center here and create 2. I have to keep pulling my beads here, and another double crochet. So now we have the 6, and close it in all together. Turn around, 1, 2. We're going to close these 2 double crochets, and we're going to go up, chain 2 again, and we're going to do the incomplete. Come back into the same space, 2 more double crochets where we have the circle here, 2 more double crochets, and we have 6 on the hook. We're going to close it all together. Chain 2, and again incomplete where we have all the 2 double crochets. The last 2 we did, 2 more, and into the next one, 2 more. So now we have 6 on the hook. We close it all together. 2 double crochets, incomplete, come into where we did the last 2 double crochets and continue on. So we have 4. We're going to, here we have the sideways double crochet. We're going to come right between them, between the last row and the side double crochet, and create 2 double crochets, and we close it all together. 1, 2, turn around, or you could have turned around and do 2, it doesn't matter. We're going to close this first one, 1, 2 chain, and this one will be the incomplete double crochet back into the same space. This is perfect for little girls. You guys, especially the people that are in the islands, like a lot of your followers in Jamaica and Trinidad, you guys can make quite a few bucks selling these. They're easy to sell. They're gorgeous. 1, 2, and it doesn't matter the size of thread you guys have out there, because you can go the length you'd like and the wideness you'd like. Okay, so you do the incomplete, come in the circle, 2 more, and the next little circle. So now we have the 6 on the hook. We close it all together. So I'm going to continue mine. If you're putting the beads, then you need to see where more or less you want to put your beads, okay? This one here, I have 13 rows. Before I started my beads on both sides, I have 13 rows, okay? So I will check with mine how many rows I'm going to do. So probably 13 again. And then I'm going to probably just do on the center, here on the center, my beads, okay? So I'll meet you where I'm ready to put the beads on. Just do a repeat. If you need to rewind and slow down the video, go ahead, pause or whatever. We'll do one more. So we're coming in to where we closed off and do the incomplete. Come in where we have the little circle here, do 2 more. And this is the side double crochet here, so I'm going to come right in between the last row and the side double crochet and do 2 double crochets, and now I'm going to close them all together. Chain 2, turn around. Don't forget this first row here, you always have to close off the first one to get your row started, and then chain 2, come where you've closed off. Make sure you grab both threads. Incomplete, come back in the same space. You want to have a straight line, so you must do it on the same space where you have the little circle where we closed all of them off. Then we do 2 more incomplete and close them all in. 1, 2, and then where we closed all in, incomplete, come on the same space again. So we'll have 4 double crochets on the hook already, and on the circle again where we closed off, we're going to do 2 more and close it all together. So very, very beautiful stitch, very simple, and I'll meet you when we're ready to do the beads. Okay everyone, so I pretty much did my 13 rows. That's for the size that I want of my head. I'm going to be putting the pearls on the center here, okay? So I'm on my 14th row. I'm going to continue to do this here the same way. Close in the double crochet, chain 2, incomplete. I'm going to do the 2 double crochets. Oops, I'm not here. But I'm going to make that mistake. We don't want to make that mistake. We have to do it on the same space. We're starting off the row and into the next one. So we have the 6 now on our hook. I'm going to pull my bead, right to the edge here. So I'm going to pull it very close to it and just close all of it together with your bead. I'm going to do 1 chain, 2 chain. So we're continuing to do the same thing, going into the same space and doing the incomplete, coming back in where I have my circle. Nothing changes where I've closed in all of the, okay, coming into the next one. So now I got my 6 on the hook, and I'm going to close it in together. Now I wish this was, no, I guess it is. It must be my imagination or so. So 2 chain, the incomplete, come back into the same space. Now, of course, if you wanted to add more beads, you would just continue to do the same way. It's the same procedure. You're going to come in between the cross double crochet here and the row below, so right on the separation of the 2 rows, and you close it off. So I have my first bead on, chain 2, turn your work, close it, chain 2, incomplete, coming into the same space again, into the next circle here, and we're going to close it off. 2, chain the incomplete double crochet into the same space and into the next one. Now we have our bead there. We're just gonna, you can do whatever position you want your beads. I mean, you don't have to have them all lined up. You can make whatever designs you like with them. So now bead stays in the back. Just come and close it all together. 2 chain, back into the same space, same thing, nothing changes, back into the circle, and in between try to get lined properly. This is kind of hard. See if maybe if I can turn this, well, maybe it's going to be too much lighting on here. Becomes too yellowish, isn't it? I think it's better this way. Okay. And then we close it off. Chain 2, turn our work. So now you have your 2 beads that are properly in. Wonder if this will work out. I think it becomes all the same thing, isn't it? Good God. Okay, so now we have the 2 beads in. I did my 2 chains, coming back into the same one, closing, 2 chains again, into where we had closed, come back in the same space, create 2 more incomplete double crochet, and now we're going to add the bead again. So you grab your bead. So each time you close in the 6, this is where you add your bead. Okay, 1, 2. Come in and do our incomplete, and then do our 2 incomplete double crochets into the next space. So now you got your 3 beads in. Of course, it'll get all straightened out once you have fixed it, once you go up. So you can add as many beads as you like, and once you finish adding, you just continue on your work the same way, nothing changes. So on your way back, you know, on the next one that you're going to close here, the 6, which is the last one, that's when you're going to add your pearl, your bead. So 2, chain. So it's much easier this way than have it sewed on. It's too much work. Saves you time, energy for that, when it could be just added on this way. 1, 2, turn your work. I'll meet you here again at the bead. Okay, so we've closed 1. We're getting ready to close the next one. We're going to add our bead on the second closing of this 6 and complete. Double crochet. I'm going to grab my bead, my pearl, whatever you want to call it, push it, and close it in. 1, 2, come in, do your incomplete, and come in and do your 2 incomplete, and go to the last one. How pretty is that? So you do as many as you'd like. I'm going to continue on until desired beads I want on there, and then come back to you once I'm done. So just keep following up the same way. If you need to rewind, go ahead, and I'll meet you once I'm done with my length. Okay, everyone, so I decided to do only 10 pearls. Try to lower this here a bit. And I continue on doing the regular star stitch, so nothing changes. It's always the same way. The only difference was adding on the pearls. So I'm going to continue until my 45 centimeter, and then come back to you to put the elastic on. So very simple tutorial, nothing to it, and so easy to make money selling them. Okay, so I'll come back to you at the end. Okay, you guys, so pretty much finished trying to fix the light here a bit. And I've cut my thread. So I have my 45 centimeters. I have 13 rows on each side. Just coming through with the leftover thread and going through the spaces here, making knots, make sure that nothing comes apart. Cut my excess. Do the same thing to this side from the one that we started. Just going through some of the loops. And we're going to sew this here anyway. Right? Okay, so you cut your elastic the size you want it to be, how tight you want it to be. So I'm going to grab from the back part. Actually, I'm going to set up my needle, put some thread. So I'm going to put some thread, same color on my needle, so we can sew the elastic into the pattern. Okay, so we turn it to the back, and we go right to the edge here, just before, a little bit before the edge. I'm going to come in with my needle, and I have enough thread here to do both elastics, well, the two sides there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a knot here just to make sure that nothing comes apart with the elastic. You want to make sure that, right? So you just sew right at the edge, nothing to it. So whatever you're doing here, you're going to do it on the other side. Make sure that you get your corners properly. Okay. Then you would just bend a little bit of the edge here. Okay, both edges, just to give it a nice little decor without showing so much of the elastic here at the end. Not that you can see because it's behind the head anyway, but gives it a nice finishing. Gives it a nice finished touch to it. So now I'm just going to grab both just to close it up. Just that little edge there. Doesn't need much because we still need the elastic for the back part. And just do one more here, just so we can have a firm close. And go through with your needle through as if you're making a knot on it. Okay, and then just grab your needle through. And cut your thread. You're good to go. So we have the first one in. It gives it a nice finishing touch. And then you'd come and do the same thing to this side. So you go right on the center. And you proceed the same way. I'm going to continue to sew mine here the same way as we just, whoops, I pulled too much through it. And I have to pull again to make that knot. So I'm just going to finish here and then come back to you with it complete and see if we need to give it a nice tidy up at the edge there. Okay, so just continue yours. I'm just going to pull this leftover thread right in between the elastic here. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine and come back to you. Okay, so I pretty much finished sewing from the inside. Now, I don't want this to be open like this, which I should have done on the other side, but I guess I really wanted to show you first how to put this on, but it takes 2 seconds to do it. So I'm just going to come right in the corner, and I'm going to grab my elastic and my crochet here, and I'm just going to give it 2-3 stitch here on the corner so it can stay flat over here. Okay, so it stays there, and then I'm just going to go right through my stitches here to the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. I'm going to stitch right on the corner here. You don't have to do this. I mean, the way it was fine, but I like to have this little finishing touch here. It secures more the elastic too. So I'm going to pass my thread through the little loop there just to give it a nice little knot, and then pass my thread through it and then cut it, and we're good to go. You can do the same thing on the other side. Just grab the corners. So this pretty much does it for that. Well, my dear friends, so it's going to look, try to lower a bit again. My goodness, this is such a hassle with this lighting. It's because of the blue. The very baby blue looks like white, so it whitens out too much. So it gives it a nice finishing. I'm going to do the same thing to this one as we have here. I've done it to these, okay? And I'll have it, a few pictures at the end. So thank you so much, everybody, again, for following me, for being part of this journey with me. Please, if you like it, give a thumbs up. And if you're new, please subscribe. Thank you. God bless. Stay safe. And prayers, lots of prayers go out to Ukraine. My heart and thoughts are with you guys. God bless. Stay safe. Bye-bye, everyone.